The officials for the Southern Conference Championship game are referee Andrew Musashi, assistant referees Lewis Williams and Ryan Harris, and our fourth official, Mark Dreyfus. Now the starting lineup for our FC Miami City champions. In goal, Florian Matthew. Defenders, Victor Nirnold, Chris Davis, Ryan Parado, and Hugo LaRue. In the midfield, Patrick Lopez, Manuel Rodriguez, Carlos Garcia, and Francisco Casucci. Up top, Zachary Merzouk and Mohamed Benzakour. Now the starting lineup for the Ocala Stampede. In goal, Lex Craggs. Defenders, Sam Dunick, Ben Knight, Paco Craig, Garrettson Crane. In the midfield, Lewis Hilton, Courage Sharandu, Raimundo Marquez, up top, Victor Pereira, and Ricardo Diegues. Please rise and remove any hats as we pray and observe the national anthem. God, we thank you for the opportunity to play and to witness this game tonight. We pray that you would protect the players as they participate. Help them to play to the best of their ability. Pray that you would be with the fans. Help us show the spirit of sportsmanship for everything that happens on the field. We thank you for the opportunity to see this wonderful game that we care about. And we pray that everything that happens tonight would glorify you. We pray all these things in Jesus' name. Amen.
One team looks to defend its title from 2014 while the other seeks redemption. It's the USL Premier Development League's Southern Conference Championship game between the Ocala Stampede, the 2014 defending Southern Conference champions, and the newly formed first rookie year FC Miami City champions battling here at Arrow Field in Clinton, Mississippi. I'm Will Nations, and I'm here to guide you through tonight's action in Clinton, Mississippi, between the Ocala Stampede and the FC Miami City champions. Your starting 11, if you missed it at the beginning of this broadcast. First, for the Ocala Stampede, in goal is Lex Craggs. Defending the goal in front of Lex Craggs is Sam Dunick, Ben Knight, Paco Craig. Also in the starting 11, Garrison Kane, Lewis Hilton, Courage Sharandu, Raimundo Marquez, Caramba Janah, Victor Pereira, and Ricardo Diegues. For FC Miami City, champions, in the goal is Florian Matthew. Victor, also in the starting 11 in the field, Victor Nirnold, Chris Davis, Ryan Parado, Hugo LaRue, Patrick Lopez, Manuel Rodriguez, Carlos Garcia, Francesco Casucci, Zachary Merzouk, and Mohamed Berzakour. So how did we get here? Last night we have two semifinals at Arrow Field in Clinton, Mississippi. The four-time Southeastern Division champion and defending 2014 Southern Conference champion Ocala scored with Lewis Hilton's penalty kick in the 80th minute. And in the second semifinal, first season FC Miami City champions withstood 120 minutes of scoreless play against the Mississippi Bria, the host team and the Mid-South Division champs, winning in penalty shootouts 3-2. As Mohamed Benzakour and Zachary Merzouk stand over the ball for FC Miami, we look to get underway in the next few minutes, or few seconds, to be more precise. The referees for tonight's match are Andrew Masashi, assistant referees Lewis Williams and Ryan Harris, with the fourth match official being Mark Dreyfus. These two teams have met 4 times previously, as the Ocala Stampede won once, the Miami City champions won the other meeting, and they have drawn in the second meeting of 3. In the last meeting on last Saturday in Ocala, it was the Stampede, a 2-1 victor, which claimed the Southeastern Division. Now it's rematch time. And we're underway. Janah gives chase as Miami begins to build from the back. Matthew with a long ball up the field, cleared out by Paco Craig. Courage to Hilton. Through ball, untouched, and to Miami's Florian Matthew. The Ocala Stampede are 9-3-3 this season. They were 8-3-3 after the regular season. Wins, 3 losses, and 3 ties. While FC Miami City champions entered the playoffs with a 7-win, 4-loss, and 3-tie record. Craig with a great aerial challenge. Lopez heads it forward for Miami. And it rolls out for an Ocala Stampede throw-in as we enter the second minute of play. Hilton wins the 50-50 ball and brings it under the Stampede's possession as Ben Knight passes the ball back to Hilton, to Courage. Now to Knight again. And he slides it back to his goalkeeper Craggs, who had a very busy semifinal against Midland Odessa, the 1-0 win last night for Ocala. These two teams very familiar with each other, and they're not trying to size each other up. Knight receives a throw-in from Zam Dinnick, who slides it over now to Paco Craig. String of passes together for the Stampede. And a long ball forward. Great run into space for the Ocala Stampede forward. But he loses the ball on a Miami double team. That was Victor Perez with the great run with his own feet. Throw in for Miami. Now tonight, a lot of options for a pass, and slides it to Sam Denick. Knight again on the ball, looks to play it short. Lewis Hilton on the ball. The game winner from this Friday's semifinal. Janah still on the ball. Crosses it in. And it's cleared out by Miami. Denick, as Ocala maintains possession to Courage Sharondo. Paco Craig on the ball. Ben Knight slides it in and back out to Denick. Looks to be 3 in the back for Ocala tonight. It's a flexible 3 as Denick is way further up than you would suspect your right center back to be. Janah tracks it down, but it goes out harmlessly for a Miami goal kick. And that'll be handled by Florian Matthew. As we are midway through the 5th minute, it's the Ocala Stampede 0 and the Miami Champions 0. Stay up to date with what is happening throughout the league at uslpdl.com. You also are probably watching this live stream on YouTube, and the PDL is on YouTube. YouTube is the league's official online video home, offering live games and feature content. Subscribe for free to the PDL YouTube channel today. Miami with a great chance, moving the ball up quickly. That was a header from Merzouk. Hugo LaRue on the ball, loses it. And a strong challenge, and Raymundo Marquez brought down from behind as Andrew Masushi awards the free kick. He discusses that tackle with Mohammed Ben Zukur of the city champions. They're in their first year as an active PDL team. Kurt Sharondo to Denick, out wide on the near side. Very flexible formation that Miami has implemented. Looks to be a 4-3-3 and at times a 3-4-3. Throw in for Ocala on Miami's side of the pitch. Thrown in by Denick, who will handle it. Kurt Sharondo tonight. Back to Sharondo. Looks to find Janah on the near side. Keeps it in play, and it's cleared out. And Ocala with probably the best chance of this first half, this early first half, with a, looks to be a corner kick, but it will be a throw-in. Hugo LaRue saying that it went off of Janah's foot, but Karamba Janah obviously did not touch it, according to Andrew Masashi. Better to defend than to argue the point, because it's now moot. Throw in from Denick. Cleared out. LaRue, plenty of time, and allows this to roll out of bounds for a goal kick, which he leaves for his goalkeeper, Florian Matthew. Nike is a proud sponsor of the PDL. Follow at Nike Soccer on Twitter for the latest Nike Soccer information. As we head closer to the 9th minute, it remains Ocala Stampede 0 and the FC Miami City Champions 0. Hugo LaRue heads it, but it's won back by Denick. Up to Janah. But a very strong presence there by Miami defender Ryan Parada. Forces a bad touch from Janah, but it's an Ocala throw, and Janah breaks free. Flicks over. Hugo LaRue there to mop up. Paco Craig for Ocala, who is okay to possess it Back to Lex Craggs, their goalkeeper. Looks to Poe Craig, who sees a lot of pressure and misplay. And it's a Miami City shot on goal, and Lex Craggs forced into a save from the Miami City shot. Excellent effort there by number 26, Zachary Merzook, who was a second-half sub, also scored a goal in the penalty kick of the second semifinal. Mississippi Bria slides it out now to Ryan Parado. Parado back to Matthew. An up-paced game so far. As Miami wins another throw-in. Hugo LaRue handles those duties. Back to Ryan Parado. Victor Nuranold passes the ball, and now it's Manuel Rodriguez on the ball. Rodriguez gets into space, gets in a little trouble, and gets out of it. Miami maintains possession under Francisco Casucci. Now to Naranold. Naranold takes it up himself. Nearly 20 yards, beats one, beats another, combines with his fellow player. A dangerous play there, though. Cannot get those legs up near ahead, especially when you have long legs like Naranold. Not too hard to do that. Nice movement there. A little rain shower moved through Clinton, Mississippi before tonight's game around 5 o'clock, 5:30. Bringing the temperatures down a good amount. 82 degrees out there. For Sharondo now on the ball for Ocala, the 2014 Southern Conference champions, looking to defend their title tonight. And it's Hugo LaRue for Miami. Passes it back to Florian Matthew. Long ball up, and it's now back into Miami's possession in spite of the Ocala clearance off the back line. An errant pass there, but it rolls out of bounds for a Miami throw-in. Miami City breaks free. No foul given. And instead, Miami City with a throw-in a little further back from their goal. Nice chest there by DeGaze to Janab. Janab beats one, beats two after a little double trouble. There's Patrick Lopez on the ball. He's a bruiser out there. He had a few clattering tackles against Mississippi Bria. Francisco Casucci now to Hugo LaRue. LaRue with an early cross, but rather easy for Lex Craggs, who rolls it out to Lewis Hilton. First Sharondo on the ball. Garrison Cron loses it. Miami maintains possession after a tackle. And it's Hugo LaRue, one of the players to watch, who makes a pass to his teammate, Carlos Garcia, who gets the ball in. Craggs out to make a save, and he gets a clearance from Danique. And Miami City's attack is thwarted here in the 14th minute. Ocala 0, Miami 0. Naranold on the ball. Slides it over to Carlos Garcia. Garcia takes the dribble himself. Looks for many options and decides to go long. Cleared out by Ben Knight to Lewis Hilton. Now out to Garrison Cron. Cron to Paco Craig. Ocala has been very well suited to possess it amongst their back four. Ben Knight, Sharondo, Kurt Sharondo, Paco Craig, and Sam Danique. And Miami City seems to be satisfied with that as well, as they're sitting back and picking it off right there. Paco Craig clears it out. Lewis Hilton up. A lot of turnovers in the middle third of the field. No foul. Lewis Hilton to DeGaze. His pass well long. Merzouk with a great ball, but Miami is flagged for offside. Follow at USL PDL on Twitter to become a PDL League insider. Join club conversations and track notable alumni through their pro careers. That's on Twitter at USL PDL. Very good Twitter handle to follow. A lot of updates given throughout the PDL playoffs, whether it's in Michigan, Arizona, or Newark, New Jersey, if you're keeping up with it. Quick play on the free kick as Kurt Sharondo gets the ball from Ben Knight out to Paco Craig. Back to Knight. Pressure given by Mohammed Benzakur. It's Knight looking to create something from the back. Kurt Sharondo. Knight finds a midfielder who will knock it back. Almost unmalleable is the Miami City defense. Miami with not a terrible amount of possession, but great defense. Mohammed Benzakur loses the ball as Patrick Lopez cleans up his teammate's mistake. It's Christopher Davis on the ball to Lopez. Hugo LaRue raises his hand on the far side. Patrick Lopez with a header, and Benzakur is clattered into. Hard tackle. Andrew Masashi having none of it. Lopez brings it down with his chest. Good tackle by DeGaze. The Miami bench unsatisfied with the no call. It was a very hard challenge as the physio is waved onto the field. Hopefully nothing too serious. Might have had the wind knocked out of him here in the 18th minute. We'll see who that injured Miami City champion is. Looks to be Mohammed Benzakur, who was touched up there by, looked to be maybe Paco Craig. Very hard tackle for a header, hard challenge. Oh, we have a stoppage in play. Mississippi Brio would like to extend a big thank you to individual and business sponsors who have helped make the Southern Conference Championships a reality this weekend. C Spire, James Stringer, Phil Buffington, Chris Smith, Renaissance Bank, The Dental Place, Mark Jones, Edwin Price, Gene Prather, Bruce and Susan Bryant, Chick-fil-A, and the Parks Family Dentistry. Throw in for Miami as we get back to the action here in the 19th minute. Still remains Ocala 0, Miami 0, the All-Florida Southern Conference Championship. Danique and Muhammad sneaks in. And just again on the ground, And nothing given from Musashi, but I don't know about that one. Interception from Miami. Lopez. Nerinold to Ryan Parado. Paredo back to Nerinold. Nerinold on the ball. And Patrick Lopez checks back to receive it. Looks to take it on the dribble. Back to Nerinold. And it's Carlos Garcia on the ball. Long pass up to his teammate. Manuel Rodriguez. Patrick Lopez. Lopez into Benzakur. Great run by DeGaze. And Janah makes another good run. It is not found as the Miami defender gets in the way. So we head into the end of the 20th minute. 0-0 Ocala and Miami. Long ball to Hugo LaRue. Brings it down with his left foot and slides it back to Ryan Parado. Parado to Francisco Casucci, who gets it to Lopez. Switching fields is Miami. Nothing doing there on the dribble. Nerinold on the back line. Again, takes the ball up. Mohamed Benzakur battles there and loses it to Lewis Hilton. Another great run there by Victor Perez. But again, Miami, for the past 5 minutes or so, has had great run of possession. Benzakur back to Zachary Merzook. Nothing doing there as Ben Knight mops it up and back to Lex Craggs in the 21st minute. Paco Craig on the ball, brings it in, passes it out to Ben Knight, to Sam Danique. Brings it up himself, beats one, lays it off to his teammate Raimundo Marquez. First, Sharondo maintains possession with his pass back to Ben Knight. Lewis Hilton, the hero of Friday's semifinal, the first of two. Now Paco Craig again on the ball. A rollout, uncontested, untouched for a Miami goal kick. Become a fan of the PDL on Facebook. Visit facebook.com/USLPDL for exclusive league news and interactive content. Visit facebook.com/USLPDL. Hugo LaRue loses possession there, and it'll be a Ocala throw-in. Tries to find Janah, and Nerinold there to mop it up for Miami. Active feet from DeGaze. Danique to Raimundo Marquez. Courage. Sharondo on the ball, passes it to Ben Knight. Marquez. Garrison Crane almost gave chase, leaves it alone, but it's an Ocala throw-in after a deflection off a Miami player. Lopez to Hugo LaRue. Ron Pareto plays it up to Manuel Rodriguez. Rodriguez maintains possession to LaRue. LaRue switches fields. Carlos Garcia unable to bring that one in, but Miami stays on top of the ball. Sam Danique knocks it through to Raimundo Marquez. Marquez gets the ball back from Hilton. And Ocala will swing it around its back line. Paco Craig now on the ball. Lewis Hilton to Raimundo Marquez. Marquez looked to get his teammate in behind. And DeGuess wins a throw-in to the displeasure of the Miami defense. Looks to be a first-half substitution here in the 25th minute. Ocala bringing on fresh legs. It's Andy Garcia entering the game. Andy Garcia steps in for Garrison Cron.
Andy Garcia leaving the game, number 13, Garrison Cron.
Danique with the throw-in for Ocala. Brought down by DeGuez. High pressure there from Mohamed Benzakur. Andy Garcia had his first touches there, and it goes almost wrong, almost terribly wrong, as Miami had gained possession, and Curtis Gerondo now gets it out to Danique, to Lewis Hilton, with a man on behind. Danique. Hilton beats one with a shifty move there. His pass, though, is intercepted. Curtis Gerondo has been somewhat of an anchor for Ocala. Paco Craig ends that attack. He swings it out to Perez. Perez, pass intercepted by Narinold. And Miami again on the ball. Neither team right now is stringing together enough passes, in Miami attempting to do just that. Curtis Gerondo to Hilton. And it's Ocala with possession. Narinold beats one. And then Paco Craig steps in. Cleared out by Danique. We'd like to thank our sponsors, Breowood, who helped make minor league soccer in Mississippi possible. Morgan White Group, Clinton Soccer Association, Chick-fil-A, Safe Flight, Fusion Coffee House, Prima Design Studio, Parks Family Dentistry, the Clinton Courier, Bancorp South, the City of Clinton, the Dental Place, Baptist Sports Care and Physical Therapy, Ergon, Polk Dental Center, Merit Health, Jackson Pulmonary Associates, Renaissance Bank, Soccer Shots, Trustmark Bank, Adams and Reese, Muscatney Wealth Management, Paul Moat, Farrar Construction, Affordable Lending Group, and State Farm Agent Tim Bruss. Cleared out by Paco Craig, brought down by Miami's Lopez. Slides it out to Carlos Garcia. And now back to Florian Mack. Narinold on the ball. Carlos Garcia. Chris Davis to Narinold. LaRue wins the ball back for Miami. Manuel Rodriguez loses it to Sam Danique. Lex Craggs slides it over. 29th minute. Ocala 0, Miami 0. Throw in for Ocala. Stampede, the defending Southern Conference champions. Their 4th season as a PDL member. That's Perez losing the ball out. Christopher Davis, and it's Miami on the ball. Carlos Garcia back to Florian Matthew after Diguez gave great pressure there. Narinold. Both teams have somewhat become, as neither has put too much of a threat on goal, but it's Mohamed Benzakur giving pressure and forcing Lex Craggs to boot that out of bounds for a Miami throw-in. Narinold to Carlos Garcia. Garcia looks to play it in. Paco Craigs heads it out. Lewis Hilton on the ball. Marquez to Danique. That's the substitute, Andy Garcia. Garcia back on the ball. Kurt Sharondo.
Go, Sam, go, Sam, go, Sam, go! Courage! Hey!
Ball played long. Hugo LaRue heads it. Very hard foul. Andrew Masashi whistles it against Stephen Walmsley. Correction, Ricardo Diguez. Stephen Walmsley remains on the bench for Ocala. That was Ricardo Diguez with the hard challenge at the Miami bench. Hugo LaRue stands over the ball as Andrew Masashi and Diguez continue to discuss the matter near the football 50-yard line. Narinold receives the pass from LaRue. Out to Christopher Davis. Back to Narinold. Pass comes in from Ron Pareto to Narinold. Manuel Rodriguez. Pareto to Lopez. Lopez loses possession. Passed up by Raimundo Marquez. Lewis Hilton starts the counter. Slides out to Perez. Passes it back and nothing doing now. Miami got back as soon as they lost that ball and got back into the defensive stance. Dangerous and cleared out by Andy Garcia. That could have been a threat, especially from Mohamed Benzakur, who gave chase to that, hoped to tap it past Andy Garcia. Stay up to date with what is happening throughout the league at uslpdl.com. Become a fan of the PDL on Facebook as well. Visit facebook.com/uslpdl for exclusive league news and interactive content. Raimundo Marquez kicks it up, and Janah blanketed from Lopez and also Ryan Pareto. Sam Danique throws it in for Ocala. 34th minute here in Clinton, Mississippi at Arrow Field. Ocala 0, Miami 0. Janah crosses it in. Perez on the end of it, on the far side, beats him, crosses it in. Hugo LaRue, misguided header out for an Ocala throw-in.
Go, boys! Let's go, Stampede!
Throw it into the mixer here is probably the message to Sam Danique, as nearly 3 maroon shirts, or 4 Ocala players get in there into the crowd of 18, and says a short throw to Raimundo Marquez. Danique knocks it to the right side of the goal from nothing doing. Follow at USL PDL on Twitter to become a PDL League insider. Join club conversations and track notable alumni through their pro careers. That's on Twitter at USL PDL. Florian Matthew boots it upfield on the goal kick. Excellent vertical leap there from Raimundo Marquez of the Ocala Stampede. Miami throw-in, Hugo LaRue to do the honor. Paco Craig gathers it, loses it, but Lopez knocks it back to Craig, who heads it. Curtis Chirando. Ocala throw-in. Lewis Hilton to Danique. Danique switches fields to Pereira. Overlapping run from Ben Knight. Early cross. And not too many Ocala shirts to aim at. Only Ricardo de Guise was in the box as Juan Parado receives the throw-in from his Florian Matthew. Parado to Mohamed Benzaker, who loses the ball. Great tackle from Curtis Chirando. That will be a free kick. Victor Perarez was in a heap after that tackle from the Miami player. Lewis Hilton has taken a lot of set pieces this weekend. Stands over the ball, looks to place it down somewhere. Not sliding it up, but moving horizontally. His left to right. "47 yards away. 7 shirts in front of him. Low-driven free kick. Wins a Ocala corner kick.
Let's go, Stampede!
Victor Perarez takes the corner kick for Ocala. Will be an in-swinger from the right-footed Perarez, number 11 for Ocala.
Go, Paco!
Looks to be a penalty kick
Let's go, boys!
rewarded
Let's go!
by Andrew Marsashi. Controversy here. Miami will at least say controversy here in the 38th minute as we head closer and closer to the 39th minute. Andrew Marsashi, from what I can hear off the field, was that there was a shove of the back, which got the penalty kick, and a yellow card is shown to Florian Matthew. The obscenity shouted from a Miami representative in the stands. Will not repeat over the air. One of the 4-letter variety. And it's Lewis Hilton, the hero of the first semifinal, standing over the ball. He has 5 goals this season. He's also the points leader for the Ocala Stampede with 14. 6 goals, 3 assists. And he puts it in the back of the net. Cool, calm finish from Ocala's Lewis Hilton. And in the 39th minute, it's Ocala 1, FC Miami City 0. And it looks like the defending Southern Conference champion Ocala Stampede are nearing closer and closer to back-to-back. Miami continues to argue the point that should not have been a penalty kick. But Lewis Hilton, cool, calm, and collective, puts in the back of the net. 1-0 Ocala over FC Miami City champions. Out to Ryan Parado. Hugo LaRue. Kasuchi to Parado. Parado to Miami maintains possession. Long ball from Narinold. Cleared out by Garcia. And Hugo LaRue with the back heel to Lopez. LaRue back on the ball. Dribbles it out of bounds. 41st minute here at Arrow Field as we inch closer and closer to halftime in the Southern Conference Championship of the USL Premier Development League. Ball never came in, and that'll be a Miami throw-in. Should be. Sam Danique throws it in for Ocala. Got that one in. Lex Craggs, clearance off the line. Chris Davis loses possession. Lewis Hilton comes in extremely hard. Narinold throws it in. Florian Matthew received a yellow card. Just overheard on the public address that Manuel Rodriguez also received a yellow card during the penalty kick or before the penalty kick. Parado slides it over to his teammate number 22. Narinold plays it up. Benzakur gave chase, but it's headed out. Garcia over to Ben Knight, who was a center back to start the game, now playing more of a left back position. Narinold back to Florian Matthew. Narinold back to Ryan Parado. Parado back to Florian Matthew. That was Lewis Hilton's 6th goal of the season, tying team leader Ricardo Diguez. Hilton with a shot that was not extremely dangerous, rather uneventful. Florian Matthew stands over the goal kick in the 43rd minute. 2 minutes away from halftime and a little added time, more than likely. That'll be between Mark Dreyfus, the 4th official, and Andrew Marsashi, the center official. Perarez to Janah. Narinold fights him off and wins a free kick, plays it quickly to Francesco Casucci. Casucci to LaRue. LaRue takes it inside, maintains possession on the dribble. Beats his second, but is intercepted. And Kurt Sharondo plays the ball up. Ben Knight. Paco Craig plays the ball to Sharondo Courage. Courage Sharondo. Sam Denick on the ball. A little heavy on the pass as Carlos Garcia wins the ball from Garcia to Naranol. Manuel Rodriguez passes it and receives it back. Davis loses the ball to Ben Knight. Ben Knight passes it to his Ocala teammate Janah, who combines with him. Great pace from Ben Knight. And Chris Davis gives chase, wins a free kick, and plays it quickly. As the 45th minute of the first half is entered. Ocala 1, Miami City 0, 1-0 Ocala. After a Lewis Hilton penalty kick was successfully converted. Benzaker shot, but nothing doing. Well wide of the goal, no harm done. Lex Craggs throws it in. Goal kick, excuse me. Be going into stoppage time in 2-1 stoppage time. We'll find out in a little bit how much longer the first half will be played. Janah, Karamba Janah. Ben Knight to Paco Craig. Craig maintains possession. Finds Raimundo Marquez, who finds Chirundo out to Perarez. Perarez finds Chirundo. And it's Sam Denick on the ball. Finds DeGuez. And that will do it for the first half of the USL Premier Development League's Southern Conference Championship. Ocala Stampede 1, FC Miami City Champions 0. Thanks to a Lewis Hilton goal near the end of the first half, 39th minute. We'll catch you in the second half between the Ocala Stampede and FC Miami City Champions. over FC Miami City champions. We're about to get back underway as Karamba Janah and Diguez of Ocala wait to kick the second half off here from Arrow Field in Clinton, Mississippi. Looks to be two substitutes also entering the game for FC Miami City champions. Number 33, Daniel Gonzalez, and number 11, Brian Perea. Entering the match for Mohammed bin Zakur. And another player to be not noticed quite yet. But nonetheless, there's 11 out there for FC Miami and 11 out there for Ocala as Andrew Masashi gets the go-ahead for his fourth official, Mark Dreyfus. 1-0 Ocala over FC Miami City after the first half. And we're underway. It's fourth meeting between Ocala and Miami. I'm Will Nations, here to guide you through this last 45 minutes, possibly even more, if FC Miami can find the equalizer, as Hugo LaRue gives chase to Narinold's pass. Eddie Garcia allows for that ball to get back to his keeper, Lex Craggs. Intercepted by Miami. Perea out to LaRue. LaRue attempts a through ball and is cleared out by Ocala. Free kick won by Diguez. Ocala brought a very strong fan base. 10.5 hours out of Florida here to Clinton, Mississippi in Arrow Field.
Two halftime substitutions for
Francesco
Miami. Coming into the game,
Casucci
33,
was the other substitute for Miami, as Danny Gonzalez and Brian Perea entered the match at halftime. Curtis Sharondo out to Ben Knight. Cleared out by Narinold. Lewis Hilton heads it out of bounds for a Miami throw-in. Pereira throws it in. Narinold gives chase. Free kick for Miami, won by Brian Perea. Carlos Garcia stands over the ball. 47 yards out from the goal. Carlos Garcia looks to serve up a nice pass here and then crosses it in. LaRue's dribble is interrupted by Curtis Sharondo. Lewis Hilton clears it out. Karamba Janah out to Perez. And it's a counterattack for Ocala. Great pace from Perez. Pass to... And it's a goal! It's a goal for Ricardo Diguez, his 7th of the season. And it slipped under Florian Matthews' grasp. And it's in the 48th minute here that the Ocala Stampede takes a 2-0 lead for FC Miami City champions. On the counterattack, Ocala makes Miami pay. Right between the wickets of Florian Matthew. Nightmare for the Miami goalkeeper. There's some first half stats. Ocala had 3 shots, 4 fouls, and 1 corner. Miami 1 shot, 5 fouls, and no corners. And now Miami trails 2-0 to Ocala early in the second half. Craig clears it out. DeGaze heads it, looks to get a pass. Lopez there to sweep it out into Perea.
Most recent goal for Ocala was scored by number 9, Ricardo Nieves, assisted by number 11, Victor Perez.
Back heel. Craig clears it out. Pareto to Narinold. Narinold with a long pass, long searching pass, which finds the arms of Lex Craggs, who brings it to his feet, picks it up. Ben Knight. And it's a free kick for the Stampede. Won by Ben Knight. Perez shields the defender, passes it to Janah. And Janah loses it as Miami gains a throw-in. Hard foul.
Caution shown to Miami, number 11, Brian Perea.
Brian Perea has not been on the pitch for too long. Only 7 minutes, and he's shown a caution from Andrew Marsashi. As Ocala's Raymundo Marquez, who is up and back on his feet, will check out and probably check back in very soon as Lewis Hilton stands over the ball. 44 yards out. In the 53rd minute, it's Ocala 2, Miami 0. Stay up to date with what is happening throughout the league at uslpdl.com. That's uslpdl.com. Cleared out by Narinold. Janah to Sharundo. Sharundo to Hilton. Become a fan of the PDL on Facebook. Visit facebook.com/USLPDL for exclusive league news and interactive content. It's on Facebook at facebook.com/USLPDL. Cleared out by Paco Craig. Lewis Hilton continues to push it up for Ocala. And Lopez does a very nice job. Plays it quickly after he won the free kick for the FC Miami City champions. Paredo. Paredo almost wins a corner kick, but licks Craggs over there to gather it up into his arm. And he pushes his team up. Back heel, very nice from Pereira's. And brought down by Chris Davis. Plays it into Zachary Merzook. Pereira gives chase. And Andy Garcia is the better of it as he clears it out for Ocala. Miami throw-in. And the throw-in is halted as both teams will make substitutions. Tevin Gage for Ocala. And number 27, Ezekiel Zaldua, enters for Miami. Though that substitution for Ocala and Tevin Gage, here comes Tevin Gage onto the pitch. Zaldua enters as well. Raimundo Marquez stepped off for Ocala. Ball brought down onto the floor by Chris Davis. Davis with a step over. Attempts to beat Ben Knight. Ben Knight shields. It is a corner kick for Miami. Ben Knight was the last to touch it. Ocala players plead with Andrew Marsashi that he may have saw it a different way, but he saw it as he saw it. It's a corner kick. And it's Hugo LaRue standing over it to whip it in with his left foot. And the header sails over the crossbar.
Recent substitutions for both teams. Coming into the game for Ocala, number 22, Raimundo Marquez. Leaving the game, number 18, Tevin Gage. For Miami, entering the game, number 27, Ezekiel Zaldua. Leaving the game, number 8, Manuel Rodriguez.
Manuel Rodriguez, if you just heard that over the public address, exited the game for Ezekiel Zaldua for Miami. Tevin Gage entered for Ocala, number 18. Follow at USL on Twitter to become a PDL League insider, join club conversations, and track notable alumni through their pro careers. Ocala with a throw-in. That was on Twitter at USL PDL, all caps.
Stay up to date with what's happening throughout the league at uslpdl.com or become a fan of PDL on Facebook. Visit facebook.com/USLPDL for exclusive league news and interactive content.
Corner kick for Ocala. It's Lewis Hilton, who has taken a good number of these, heads towards the far side corner. Cleared out by Miami. Sharundo on the ball. Early cross. Low driving. Out to Ezekiel Zaldua, the substitute. With pace, he brings it up. Counter-attack here. Pereira was unable to receive the ball. A great sliding tackle from Sam Danique. And Pereira on the ball. Knight clears it out. Janah to Pereira. Pereira Swings it way back to Lex Craggs. High flying ball up the field. Janah brings it a flick to Perez. Makes a run. Janah on the ball. Keeps possession. And a great job. Victor Nerinold, I believe, Patrick Lopez to get back and win possession there. It's an Ocala throw-in. Nike is a proud sponsor of the PDL. Follow at Nike Soccer on Twitter for all the latest Nike Soccer information. That's on Twitter at Nike Soccer. Cleared out by Miami. Ezekiel Zaldua wins it. Hugo LaRue unable to bring that pass into his feet, and it's a Ocala throw-in. Lewis Hilton out there to throw it in. It's Chris Davis winning the ball back for Miami. Beats one. Chris Davis to Zachary Merzook. Merzook, left-footed shot. Low worm burner. Goes out of bounds. Goal kick for Ocala. Perez brings it down. Passes it up to Tevin Gage. Slides it to Ben Knight. Ocala in possession. Cleared out by Chris Davis. Zaldua unable to win the ball, and Paco Craig gives a throw-in. Throw in to Chris Davis. Pareto cleared out by Hilton. Long pass for Miami, finding Zaldua on the end of it. A little extracurricular activity, and a yellow card is shown to the Ocala Stampede player. The caution shown to Ocala's Andy Garcia, the first half substitute. Andrew Marsashi with a word to Zaldua. Goal kick for Lex Craggs in the Ocala Stampede. In the 63rd minute, it's Ocala 2, Miami 0. YouTube is the league's official online video home, offering live games and featuring content. Subscribe for free to the PDL YouTube channel today. Ball slid out to Ben Knight. To Janah with great pace this player has. Left-footed shot deflected out by Nerinold for a throw-in for Ocala. The four-time defending Southeastern Division champs and the current Southern Conference champions. Ben Knight handles the throw-in duties as his team leads 2-0. Crosses it in, Knight does. Balls looks to trouble. It was past Florian and off the post. Nearly Another nightmare goal. Florian Matthew, fortunate that crossbar was there. Saldua wins a free kick as Paco Craig was said to have handled it, and he has shown a caution from head match official Andrew Marsashi.
Caution shown to Ocala, number 4, Paco Craig.
Looks to be a slew of Miami players standing over the ball. One being Carlos Garcia, nearly 30 yards out from goal. Hugo LaRue joins him as well. Carlos Garcia. LaRue. Paco Craig was the Ocala player shown the caution. Short pass. Looks to cross. Cleared out by Sharondo. Throw in for Pareto and the Miami City champions back to Naranold. Flicked on. Cleared out by Sharondo. Out to Ben Knight. Large clearance. Cleared out by Narando. Ball crossed in and it's a header from Brian Perea. And one of the better opportunities for Miami here in the second half goes left of the goal. Knocked forward by Lex Craggs. Karamba Janah in behind. Takes the ball. Looks to cross with his left. Does. Perarez brings it within his feet. Shields off his defender. Falls. Keeps possession. Dangerous play whistled by Marsashi. As Chris Davis applied the pressure. Naranold. To Florian Matthew. Chris Davis. Davis. To Pareto. Pareto passes it to Perea. Brian Perea. Back out to Davis. To Carlos Garcia. And the opportunity is squandered away by Miami. And Danny Gonzalez's pass was wayward. Mississippi Bria extends a big thanks to those individual and business sponsors who have helped make the Southern Conference Championships a reality this weekend. C-Spire, James Stringer, Phil Buffington, Chris Smith, Renaissance Bank, The Dental Place, Mark Jones, Edwin Price, Gene Prather, Bruce and Susan Bryant, Chick-fil-A, and Parks Family Dentistry. We thank you from Mississippi Bria. Hilton now on the ball for Ocala. Hilton takes on LaRue and is fouled. Andrew Musashi heads over there to point out where the free kick will be. Bree would also like to thank our sponsors who help make minor league soccer in Mississippi possible: Morgan White Group, Clinton Soccer Association, Chick-fil-A, Safe Light, Fusion Coffee House, Crema Design Studio, Parks Family Dentistry, the Clinton Courier, Bank Course South, the City of Clinton, the Dental Place, Baptist Sports Care and Physical Therapy, Ergon, Polk Dental Center, Merit Health, Jackson Pulmonary Associates, Renaissance Bank, Soccer Shots, Trustmark Bank, Adams and Reese. And we'll continue that list as Lewis Hilton crosses it in. And it rolls out for a goal kick. Soccer Shots, Trustmark Bank, Adams and Reese, Biscagni Wealth Management, Paul Moat, Farrar Construction, Affordable Lending Group, and State Farm agent Tim Bruce. We thank you for this summer season in the Premier Development League. Lopez sends it long and easily brought in with his chest, now his hands, by Lex Craggs, who still has been yet to been scored on this weekend as we enter the 71st minute. Ocala 2, Miami 0. Naranold heads it up. Heads again by Miami. Paco Craig wins a free kick as Perea applied many hands on Craig. Ball played in, brought out, and caught before him. Matthew rolls it out to Hugo LaRue. LaRue to Ezekiel Zaldua. Now to Naranold. You would think that Miami now more want to, a lot more have to, trailing 2-0 to Ocala, the current Southern Conference champions, looking to go back-to-back. Ocala won the 2014 championship in Austin, Texas over the Austin Aztecs to what I believe was a similar score, 2-0. But Zaldua, trying to make that a different scoreline, heads it into Lex Cragg's hands, and nothing more doing for Miami. Out to Ben Knight. Paredo heads it forward. Craig clears it up to Perez, who leaves it for Janah. Karamba Janah on the ball. Beats both of those defenders of Miami, but loses it to Carlos Garcia, who gets it to Danny Gonzalez, loses it. Janah out to Perez, and Ronald in the better position gets the ball back. Lopez brings the ball up. Patrick Lopez. Lopez to Chris Davis. 1-2 with Zaldua. Paredo knocks it forward. Zaldua. 1, 2, 3 touches. Shot to Perea. Winds up. A bicycle kick. And Miami just has not had too many great chances in front of goal as they trail 2-0 in the 73rd minute. YouTube is the league's official online video home, offering live games and feature content. Subscribe for free to the PDL YouTube channel today. And Nike is also a proud sponsor of Premier Development League Soccer. Nike can be followed on Twitter at Nike Soccer for the latest Nike Soccer information. Perez to Courage Sharundo. Sharundo back on the ball to Hilton. Deflected back to Lex Craggs, who's way off his line, and plays it forward to a Miami City player, Hugo LaRue, and Hilton wins it. Another interception by Miami. Perez with a great slide tackle. Counterattack on for Ocala. And a card is shown to Ryan Paredo by Andrew Marsashi. Will Roberts for Ocala, number 20, looks to enter the game. Ocala Stampede leading 2-0 over Miami in the 74th minute.
We'd like to say a special thank you to those sponsors who helped make the Southern Conference Championships a reality. James Stringer, Bill Buffington, Chris Smith, Renaissance Bank, The Dental Place, Mark Jones, Edwin
Karamba Janah exits the game for Ocala as number 20, Will Roberts, steps onto the pitch for the Stampede, who leads 2-0 over Miami in the 75th minute here at Arrow Field in Clinton, Mississippi. Played forward by Hilton. Whipped out and punched out by Matthew. Zachary Merzook passes up to Zaldua. Zaldua has plenty of options in front of him. Plays it long to Perea, and also a defender for Ocala as Lex Craggs continues to play well between the pipes.
Will Roberts, leaving the game for the 10th, Karamba Jen.
Andrew Marsashi will go check on the down Ocala player. Looks to be Tevin Gage of Ocala. A little shaken up in his own 18-yard box. If this continues, the score holds, Ocala will punch its ticket along with KW United FC out of the Central Conference to enter the semifinals of the PDL playoffs, the national semifinals. Everything to be determined probably by Monday by the league. Currently 2-0 Ocala over Miami. Lex Craggs gathers it in as we restart after Tevin Gage was escorted off the field for an injury. Long pass up the field. Flicked on by DeGuez. Ocala throw in to be handled by Ben Knight. Cleared out by Chris Davis. Rewarded a free kick. Ben Knight takes it with him, hopefully to delay some time here in the 78th minute. Closer and closer for Ocala. Less time to defend the 2-0 lead. Pareto to Nerino, to Lopez, down to Daniel Gonzalez. Davis to Garcia, back to Davis as Miami builds its attack. Dangerous attempts here, cleared out by Paco Craig, the ever-present Ocala defender. Perez, and Ocala starts to build its own attack. Knight to Perez. Hilton to Sharondo, who switches fields, and much to the delight of the Ocala faithful here in Clinton, Mississippi. Danique tries to draw the foul, but it will be an Ocala throw-in. Ocala with the throw in. Sam Danique to handle it.
Let's go, boys. Let's go. Defense.
Looking at the Ocala bench, Anthony Orico looks to be the next substitution used by Shane Roberts, who's in his third season with Ocala. Back to Nearenold. Long pass, low drive. Cleared out by Sharondo. And Miami has to restart its attack back in its own end. Zaldua gives chase, heads it. But nothing doing as Ocala's Lewis Hilton, who scored the first goal of tonight's match, gathers it in and passes it to DeGez, who scored the second goal. Andy Garcia maintains possession to Sam Danique. Danique, who plays it long to Will Roberts, the substitute, beats Nearenold, takes a shot, and it's left of the goal. Florian Matthew had no chance to save that. And fortunately for him, in the 81st minute, it remains Ocala 2, Miami 0, as Miami tries to find that goal to pull back within one. Pareto to Garcia. Carlos Garcia. Out to Patrick Lopez. Lopez on the ball. To Hugo LaRue. Miami into the 18-yard box. Carlos Garcia serves. Deflected by DeGaze. And it will be a corner kick for Miami. Great opportunity here in the 82nd minute for Miami to pull this one back within one. Hugo LaRue stands over there. Corner kick to be taken by Miami. Swerved in. Header by Zaldua. Still in the box. Cleared out by Miami. Cleared out by Ocala. Correction. Cross back in. Headed out by Sam Danique. Zaldua. Hugo LaRue passes in. Perea on the ball. Back into the mixer. Chris Davis shot. Deflected by Sharondo. And that took a lot of courage. Ben Knight takes it himself. More dribbles and passes it in behind. Will Roberts. Oh, and it's a terrible mistake by Neraldo. And Will Roberts' shot is saved by Florian Matthew. He could have put this one away. Will Roberts unable to beat the goalkeeper. Florian Matthew. Substitution upcoming for Ocala. It's number 23, Bafu Sanago. Out steps Ricardo DeGez. Ricardo DeGez is subbed out. Correction, Ricardo DeGez is subbed out by Bafu Sanago for Ocala. DeGez scored the second goal of tonight's match, which slid in under Florian Matthews, giving us our 2-0 scoreline here in the 84th minute. Substitute. Sanago sells that one over the goal. And it's a goal kick for Florian Matthew and FC Miami City champions.
Entering the game, number 23, Bafu Sanago. Leaving the game, number 9, Ricardo Villegas.
There an old passes to his teammates Carlos Garcia. Garcia takes it himself. Now Garcia back on the ball. Tries to foul Zaldua. Cleared out by Andy Garcia. Davis leaves it for Perea, who keeps it in. Paco Craig clears it for Ocala to the substitute Sanago. tries to flick it over. Davis, foul given by Marsashi to Garcia. Andy Garcia unable to clear it out cleanly for Ocala. Zaldua remains on the ball, tries to pass it. An excellent job by Victor Perez, who is a forward by position, but a stone wall at that juncture of the game. Ben Knight throws it in for Ocala, who is getting ever so closer to putting its hands on a Southern Conference championship for the second year in a row. Four-time defending Southeastern Division champs, Ocala. Patrick Lopez now to Hugo LaRue. LaRue crosses it early, cleared out by Andy Garcia of Ocala. Throw in for Miami. And a substitution halts the quick throw in. And as I had mentioned earlier, Anthony Orico will enter the game.
Coming into the game, number 12, Anthony Orico. Leaving the game, number 21,
Courage Sharondo exits the game as Anthony Orico steps in. Brilliant performance from the defensive midfielder of Ocala. Definitely protected his back line and did everything possible to hassle Miami's attack. Cleared out by Ocala to a waiting Patrick Lopez, who heads it to Nerinold. Victor Nerinold with a long pass. Headed out again by Ocala, but finds Miami feet. Long shot, nothing doing. Miami running out of chances as we enter the 87th minute. Ocala 2, Miami 0. We appreciate those fans who are following along with this game in the Eastern time zone. We know it's getting late over there, around 10:30. Will Roberts on the ball. Roberts' shot is deflected out by Pareto. And it's an Ocala throw-in here in the 87th minute. Lewis Hilton with a great tackle to win the ball back. Finds his teammate Perez with a great skill move there. But instead, Miami counterattack. Miami with numbers. Carlos Garcia. Carlos Garcia remains on the ball and is tackled. Looked to have gotten all ball was Anthony Orico, and he's shown a card. Now Miami, in the 88th minute, can maybe pull one back. Not a great amount of time left, but time enough to score a goal. To 29, 30 yards away from goal is Miami with this free kick. Brian Perea, Hugo LaRue discuss who will take it. And it's Perea. Low drive shot. Lex Craggs, though, continues to be maybe the most valuable player for the Ocala Stampede. Great semifinal from the goalkeeper. And an even better final. Davis to Pareto. Pareto clears it out. Back to Ben Knight. Knight. 1-2, back to Knight, looks to cross, maybe will hold it in the corner, and he does. Merzook could have been whistled for a foul there as Ben Knight battles and shields and wins an Ocala throw-in. Ben Knight throws it in. Cleared out by Miami. Brought down by Brian Pereira. And Hilton switches fields as the 90th minute tolls. Anthony Orico. Pass rolls out off the head of a Miami player for an Ocala throw-in. And you just have to think that the first season of Miami's is going to end with a bittersweet loss if they can only pull something out. Ben Knight passes it. Founds Will Roberts. Orico passes it out to his teammate. Orico back on the ball, crosses it early. Finds Perez. Add it to stoppage time. See, is well suited. Davis clears it out. Would think that Ocala will start trying to push it into that corner here on the near side. Try and run off as much time as possible. Perez switches fields. That'll also eat up some time to Sam Danique. And Andy Garcia with the booming kick out of bounds.
A minimum of 3 minutes of stoppage time.
A minimum of 3 minutes of stoppage time. Ocala, who leads 2-0, probably feels they can live with that. A few cowbells ringing from the Ocala faithful below me in the booth. Zaldua on the ball. Passes it to Hugo LaRue. Back to Zaldua. Sam Danique slide tackles and wins an Ocala throw-in. 2-0 Ocala over Miami in stoppage time.
Substitution for Ocala, coming into the game, number 8, Stephen Walmsley. Leaving the game, number 11, Victor Perez.
Victor Perez exits the game for Ocala. Stephen Walmsley enters the game in his place. Hugo LaRue on the ball. Tries to find a teammate. It's Brian Pereira. And Pereira wins a free kick. Maybe this would be a consolation goal, if any, for Miami, who trails Ocala, the defending Southern Conference champions, 2-0. Header. Cleared out by Sam Danique. Closer and closer to time. That final whistle probably soon to blow from Andrew Marsashi. Long clearance. It's out of his box. Florian Matthew allows it to come back into him. Has to play this quick, well slow. Orico looks to bring it down, and he does. Anthony Orico. Danique throws it in. Finds his teammate, who will take it into the corner. Bafu Sanago shielded and won a Ocala throw-in as the stoppage time is ended, and it's the Ocala Stampede, back-to-back Southern Conference champions, defeating FC Miami City 2-0 here in Clinton, Mississippi at Arrow Field. Ocala Stampede moves on and will play in the USL Premier Development League's National Semifinals next weekend with a site and time to be determined. This is Will Nations from Arrow Field in Clinton, Mississippi. Again, the final score, Ocala 2, Miami 0.
Ocala Stampede 2. First goal was scored in the 39th minute by number 7, Lewis Hilton. The second goal scored in the 48th minute by number 9, Ricardo Dieguez, assisted by number 11, Victor Pereira.